because we've had this conversation. When you have overpriced things, it like how are you going to sustain yourself? Like you're not going to be able to, like how I just said, I'm not going to go there every other week. I'm gonna go there every year because I already know I'm about to spend. Like I spent $40 yesterday because I also left a tip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't want to have a
Wait,
$40.
wait, wait. It's a takeout place, right?
Yeah,
Did you take out? Or did you
yeah.
eat there?
Remember, this is different. Remember, this the homies. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm a tip. Yeah, like
Okay.
if even if maybe I would have left $2 if I didn't know them like that.
Okay.
Last year when I walked in there and none of my homies was working there, gave them just like whatever we was paying, but we spent like $50-$60 though.
Okay. Because for me, tipping has always been about you're tipping for service, right?
Yeah,
I don't tip on takeout, right?
yeah.
Because and there's other things. So
Do you tip at Starbucks?
what's that?
Do you tip at Starbucks?
No. Do not do,
Really?
nope. Do not.
I used to work at Starbucks, and those type of tips that we used to get, man, we used to come up off those tips.
I mean, some people
Those
do,
tips
but
used to really help.
yeah. But Jerome and I have had that conversation. Like Jerome, for those of you guys looking at, Jerome's a friend of ours who we have. I talked to Jerome like I've talked to these guys. We talk about a lot of business stuff. Tips are something that you get for service, right?
Yeah,
Takeout places are not a tip place because it's just as prepared and given to you. Like, what's the difference between working in a Starbucks versus working in a McCafe, a
oh,
McDonald's?
it's a total difference.
That,
What's the
It's a total
what's the
difference. I
difference?
mean, like working in a Starbucks, we just specialize in coffee.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the specialization. I'm talking about like McCafe has those machines. They have you can get. I mean,
Man, you trying to compare a Starbucks to a McDonald's?
yeah,
Totally different experience.
no, okay, no, but
Totally different experience.
from a worker's perspective, I mean, but I'm talking about when it comes
I
to.
would never want to work at a McDonald's. I
I
worked
get
at
that. No, no.
Starbucks though.
What I'm saying is this, okay? As an owner of a business, right?
Uh,
McDonald's has the same type of machines. They may not have the same exact machines, but they have the same variety of machines, right?
Kinda, yeah,
They
yeah.
have a more limited menu because they're not trying to be Starbucks. They only serve specifically what sells a lot, right? But they've got the equivalent of a Frappuccino,
Yeah, but
right?
it's different because I've made Starbucks Frappuccinos.
Yeah.
I think it may be. I don't know. I've never seen McCafe stuff, but just my perception, the McCafe stuff is cheaper because they're selling it at a cheaper
Of course, it's
price.
cheaper. No, what I'm saying is that from as a business owner, right? There's
Hmm.
not much difference between the two as far as the way you operate. I mean, Starbucks and McDonald's is a high volume, fast service business.
Hmm.
Okay, so as an owner of a restaurant, I don't see a difference. I mean, the way you train the people, the way that they actually do their jobs may be different, but I have the same number. I'll have the same number of employees in the same positions doing the same things, right? But the quality of the product in one may be better than the other. So one of them has a much more expensive machine than the other, but it's still the same kind of machine, right?
Yeah,
One
and
may
they
have
probably the machines costing the same
yeah,
price.
one may have much better quality of bean than the other, but they're still coffee beans. All the things are the same, right? I'm not talking about the difference in quality. I'm talking about as a restaurant owner. Like
Okay,
like owning McDonald's is the same thing as owning a Denny's from a restaurant owner
right,
perspective. Okay.
right.
If your place serves coffee, Seattle's best, Starbucks, as an owner, it's the same thing.
Get
Okay.
it?
You may have a different perception of it as an employee, but it's not different as an owner,
I get what you're saying.
right?
Like, and it comes
No, no,
down.
no,
Do
no.
you
But
want to own
this is what
Denny's or?
this is why I say it. Okay.
Uh,
Would you ever tip in McDonald's?
Never.
Yeah. There we go.
They
That's
don't even have a tip jar.
yeah. There's a difference. You'd never. Would you tip at a Burger King? Would
No,
you tip at a Carl's? No.
no.
None of these places. No fast food restaurant you would ever tip in, right? So let's talk about this. A bunch of fast food restaurants closed in California recently. Why?
Yeah.
Why do they close?
I mean, oh, because of the minimum wage.
Yes. Minimum wage increased to $20 an hour. but only for one kind of business. What kind of business was that?
Restaurant.
Fast food, not restaurants, specifically fast food restaurants. Okay. So, as an owner of a restaurant, this is how you look at restaurants. Okay. You look at them based on categories. So, owning one fast food restaurant is pretty much the same thing as owning another in terms of the way you operate. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's is a fast food restaurant, right?
Yeah.
The wages increased to $20 an hour. What else is a fast food restaurant? Considered fast food? Starbucks.
You consider it fast food?
Dude, Starbucks pays 20 an hour. They have to. They're considered fast food.
Yeah.
They fall into the
Yeah,
category.
and there is a rule where it's like it's supposed to come out in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I know that's the rule.
Remember. I'm not talking about the rule about how fast it comes out, but in terms of does it fall under the wage increase? It does. Starbucks qualifies as a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. So when it comes to tipping, we're talking about tipping. Where do I tip? I never tip at fast food. Okay. I do tip, however, in a restaurant that does table service, right? Fast casual. Right? Fast casual is not fast food. Okay. Like a TGI Fridays is fast casual. Okay.
Yeah.
I tip at a TGI Fridays. If I sat down, was presented a menu, they took my order, they came back several times to see how things are going. And everything. That's an environment where I tip, right?
But also though, like I mean, I don't think you've ever been inside of a Starbucks. The Starbucks is a little bit different. Like one of the things with Starbucks is more personable. Starbucks, they're asking your name. They're talking to you.
Yeah,
they're not doing that at a McDonald's. Like even though it's still considered fast food, and I'm just talking about the tip aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Like Starbucks is more personable. Like when I worked at a Starbucks, this is how personable I was. I would see the customer drive on one side of the building. Soon as they got to the mic, I was like, hey, I'm already making it. You getting this usual, right? Yup. Pull up. That's the difference. I'm not doing that at a McDonald's. That's why we get tips. You know, that's why I'm just explaining that from the tip point of view.
Yeah.
Like a tip, you saying that right now, but me and you didn't know each other, and you came into Starbucks every day. I bet you would tip me because how personable I am.
Potentially,
I'm gonna know. I might even know stuff about your family because I'm gonna talk to you. I'm telling you, I used to know these people. It was not, and it's just like how I am right now in the restaurant. I be knowing these people, and I give them great service. That's why they get tips. Okay. It's not like a Carl's Jr. where, okay, this is what you're getting. All right, go sit down right there. You number 39. It's not like that. It's totally different.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that argument, but still, for me, I only tip at places where I sit down and am served and pay the bill by when it comes afterwards. That's my measurement of whether I'm tipping or not, right? So
we getting tips and we take your money before you even get your food.
What's that? Oh yeah, I good place. Yeah, I know, but that's the strangest place I've ever seen. Okay.
Yeah.
So Raymond works in a place. You want to say the name?
Yeah, you can say the name. I'm vlogging in there.
Raymond works in Madeiras, right? So it's a restaurant where they seat you. They take your order at the table. It's sit down. It's a sit down restaurant. You have a server. Okay.
Because people started walking out, and this is all. Remember, we talking about pandemic stuff during the pandemic, and it's funny because people had money. I don't know why they was. Well, no, I know why they were doing that. Because people couldn't be inside of the actual building, and there was a outside area. People will get their food and see that they can just dip out in the outside area because it's an alley. So people was dipping out, and the owner had changed the policy to where it's like now, once you order your food, we have to take your payment before we even give you the food.
Yeah, which is weird. Okay, so as somebody in the restaurant business, it's like that's weird. So normally when you order and pay before you get the food, right? That's something like that's a scenario where it's like self-service almost. That's like the case. One of the best examples of that is Panda Express. You walk in, you point out what you want, and they present you with a bill. right? Let me get a 3 item combo. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, I want that. As we're
Yeah.
putting it together, let's say that some stuff isn't ready yet, so they're putting it to wait. You walk down the aisle and you pay your bill, and then they give you your food. And let's say you do eat inside there. Okay, so the difference there is they don't have a waiter coming to bring you your stuff.
Oh,
They'll call you up, you'll get it, you can sit down and eat inside there, and at the end of that meal, you'll bust it yourself, right?
right.
Raymond's place, Madeir's, you actually get seated at a table, you order, and
Hmm.
when you order, they present you with the bill.
Yep. We present you with the bill. Now, I'm not going to like, I even hate having to admit this, but we can. I, me and the owner, like when she argues with me about this, I just don't argue back. But once I get on the floor, I kind of do my own thing. I do present the bill to you, and I do give you a spill. Hey, we take the money beforehand because I'm telling you right now, it turns into fights. Like people get totally turned off by that, and it turns into like bad scenarios where I've had people leave. I have people like they're so disgusted that the food ain't good, and they complaining about the food. And if I like, and now it's one of the things like I've learned to read people so good, I can tell. We had a discussion about discrimination
Okay.
because there are certain people where it's like I have this one group of people that come in and they tip me really really good. I'm gonna give you the bill at the end because I already know you paying. I already know you tipping. Some people will be like, well, why did they bill come out later and you trying to charge me now? It's because you got an attitude and I already know that you gonna try to pull something on me where you gonna try to tell me, oh, I don't like this, take it off the bill. So I'm gonna get your money first. And then you know what? I'm gonna tell my cooks not to make it until I get your money because you already know what type of person you are.
Here's a question, okay? Is there an issue with quality or is it just bad customers?
Bad customers.
So, I
Like the
mean,
quality, like the way I feel about it, like it's one of the things. Like if it's bad quality, like oh I don't like these potatoes, I will go make it again. That's the thing. I'm not going to just make you eat something that you didn't like. I'm gonna give you something that you like. Now there is a thing where it's like people got this thing like okay like grits. Oh, it's not like my mom's grits. Well, have your mama make your grits. Don't I'm not making your mama's grits, bro. Like you're eating my grits. So if you
okay.
don't like it, hey, pay for it, get up out of here, don't ever come back. It's like, and I'm saying that in a respectful manner. Like everything is not, you're not gonna like everything. So, like people were like, "How you gonna make me eat something that I didn't like?" Yes, I am gonna make you because you're trying something. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like you get people like that where it's just like that also adds to where I got to get my money beforehand. Like we gotta like I got a big thing about steak. Like don't make me make this steak and you tell me you don't like it because you're still gonna pay for it.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And it like the whole payment thing, it creates fights, but then it keeps us from fights.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why there'd be fights because it's something that's unusual. I mean, and I can totally tell. I can understand people surprised by it. If you've never been there before,
Oh yeah.
that'll confuse the hell out of you. It's like what? Because
Yeah, and
I've
it's,
never
it's
heard of
just
that.
like yeah, and it's just like how we talk about like most of our customers are new customers. Like I would say probably a good 20 to 30% of the customers, probably even more, are new customers on a daily basis.
Okay.
Where it's like I ain't never heard nothing like this. But it's actually like, man, like I mean, we can keep going with this, but it's like it's an ongoing debate because it's really in black neighborhoods. Because I've heard like in Atlanta, it's like this. You
Really?
know what I'm saying? Where like this is not just us. This is an Atlanta thing too.
So they charge that way there too, huh?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A customer told me that they was like, oh, they do this in Atlanta. I'm like, really? And I was like, oh, it's a black thing. Because like that is a very big topic. Like I actually have a new employee where like she had been like I had to tell her the other day, she was like, man, these girls didn't leave me nothing. I was like, look, man, black women don't tip. And she was like, what? And she was like, are you serious? And I'm like, look, this ain't just me saying this. This is an internet thing. Like, it's just, you're just going to experience it. And I'm telling you, I can call her right now and she'll tell me, like, yes, it's true. Like, they don't leave tips. And the funny thing about it, they all do the same thing. They be nice coming in. Then once they get, like, I'll say in the middle of the service, their whole demeanor changes. Like I had this one girl where like everything was all good. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, we're doing great. Okay, you ready to start your service? And then the girl started talking low. I'm like, why is she talking so low? Like you were just all like loud with me just a second ago. And then it was like she started like complaining about stuff where I was like, wait a minute. Oh no, I already know where this is about to go. $70 bill left nothing.
Wow. So is it an act in order to try to get away from tipping, or is
It's
it?
an act to get away from tipping. Sometimes it's an act to try to get away from not paying for certain
Got
things.
it.
Um, like even like I hate to say it, like you have to profile people.
Hmm.
Like if it's the couple on a date, you're going to get a tip. Like it's rarely
Okay.
that it's a scoundrel couple like that.
Okay. So
Huh?
so basically, if somebody is trying not to look cheap in front of the other one, there's going to be a tip happening.
Yeah, it's going to be a tip happening.
Best behavior.
If it's two women, you may not get tipped. I'm gonna say 90% of the time you're not gonna get a tip.
Okay.
Unless like you can feel certain women's energy.
Okay.
Certain women, a lot of women ain't like that, but there are a lot that are like that.